In this video, we will solve level 3.4 of Master the Mainframe 2020. 3.4 is COBOL 1. COBOL gets it done. Only 745 people have done it. Click on here. This is the PDF. Download and open it. This challenge has 12 steps. Let's do step 1, that is install Java. We can go to this link or we can go to this link to install Java on our system. So this is the link. I am on Windows, so I can go to Windows 64. Then I will download MSI. Then I will install it. After the installation, what we have to do is we have to go to zopen editor and give a setting. So let's open Visual Studio Code. Go to the Extensions tab. Here is IBM zopen editor. Click on the settings icon. Go to extension settings. Here if you go down, you will see a setting called zopen editor Java Home. Here you have to give the location of the Java that you have just installed. So go to your C drive, go to program files. Here you will see adopt open JDK. Click on it. Then click on JRE and then just copy this location. Then go to Visual Studio Code, give the location here, and that's it. Then in step 2 we have to restart the code after saving the settings. So let us now close this VS Code and start again. To verify that it worked, you have to open this dataset and open add1cbl. So let us go to extension ZOWE. Let's click on MTM 2020, click on search. Then click on MTM 2020 public star and your user ID. Then click on public.source. Here click on add1cbl. This is the code. If I go to plain text and click on COBOL, then you will see this is the coding of this program. You can see this is green in color, this is blue in color, this is red in color. So it is able to detect the program which is COBOL. So that means step 2 is also complete. Our Java installation was successful. In step 3 it is telling us to get familiar with COBOL. Here is a tutorial to learn COBOL in 10 minutes. So go to this link. This is the 10-minute video. If you want to, you can watch this video. In step 4 it is telling us how to change the highlighting of this code. We can go to the bottom. And click on here. And then we can search the code that we want. So you can see all the languages are here. If I want to choose Python, I can choose Python, then it will highlight the Python code. If I want to set it to C, then I can click on C, then it will highlight the C code and so on. This is COBOL, so I will select COBOL and it will highlight the COBOL syntax. In step 5 it is telling us that the editor will detect the problems automatically. Suppose if I type something here, then this editor will detect that there is a problem. You can see error token and expected tokens ignored. There is some error here and it will detect it automatically. This is step 5. In step 6 it is asking us to copy add1cbl and add1jcl into our own source dataset. And this is add1cbl, this is add1jcl. So we have to copy them both into our dataset. So right click, copy member, go to user id.source, right click and paste. Give the same name add1cbl. Same way copy JCL as well. Right click, paste, add1 JCL, and you will see both the members have been copied into my library. In step 7, it is telling us that the output, which is PRT done and PRT line, it is currently displaying in the spool area, but now we have to display it in the output dataset. So let's go to VS Code. Here you can see PRT done, it is currently in sysout. PRT line is also in sysout, but instead of sysout we have to display it inside a dataset. So let's give here dataset name, our user ID dot output in the bracket PRT done, and remove the sysout is equal to star. Same way here, give dataset name, user ID dot output in the brackets PRT line. Also give disp is equal to share. Give disp is equal to share. So let us create these two members, PRT done and PRT line, in the output dataset. So this is the output dataset. Right click, create a new member, PRT done. Then right click again, create new member, PRT line. So this is our JCL, user ID dot output PRT done, user ID dot output PRT line, disp is equal to share. Control S to save this dataset. Then after creating these members, PRT done and PRT line, go to datasets, submit ADD1 JCL, submit job. Job submitted 8688. Go to jobs. Here is 8688, condition code 0. Now let's go to our output. Click on PRT done. If you see an empty dataset, then right click and pull from mainframe. And you will see current date, my first ZOS COBOL program. Same way, click on PRT line. If it is empty, then right click and pull from mainframe. And you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is there. So step 8 is saying us that check your files. The files are PRT done and PRT line. Both of them are correct. So step 8 is also complete. In step 9, it is telling us to add our name to the program by using PRT myname variable. So let's go to the COBOL program. This is the COBOL program, ADD1 CBL. And here you can see PRT name is not used. So in the end, we can add a line, move my name, which is Abhishek Rathi, to PRT my name. So currently PRT my name is spaces, but after moving Abhishek Rathi to it, it will be filled with this data. Control S to save it. Then it is asking us to submit the JCL. So let's submit ADD1 JCL again. Right click and submit job. Job submitted 8696. Let's go to jobs. Here is 8696. Condition code is 0. So let's check our datasets. This is the dataset. User ID dot output. In PRT line, we can see 10 digits are there. In PRT done, let's right click and pull from mainframe, and you will see my name is there, Abhishek Rathi. Earlier this name was not there. So our program was successful. So step 9 is also complete. Let's go to step 10. In step 10, it is asking us to write a COBOL program that will create a report. It will write the first and last names of all the accounts that have balance more than $8.5 million. The input dataset is public.input customer records, and the program name should be top accounts. Create this in the source dataset. In step 11, it is telling us that we can use the code from this link if we want any more help. So here is a COBOL programming course. We can learn COBOL from here and then write this program. So let us write a COBOL program. In step 12, it is telling us that the name of the program should be top accounts. So let's go to source, right click, create new member, TOPACCTS. So here is top ACCTS. Let's copy all the code from ADD1CBL, Control C to copy, go to top accounts, Control V to paste. Let's highlight the syntax, COBOL. The program name should be TOPACCTS. Author is, let's give my name. Let's give the name as input and output, print IN, and output should be print OUT. Assign to and PRT out. Then in file section, let's call it FD PRT in. Record is 80 characters. This is fine. Let's call the record in record. That is input record. This is PRT out. Let's call it out record. Remove this old code. And here we can give pick x of 80. And let's give the initial value as spaces. Let's check the input file. What is the record structure of input record? The input file is public.input customer records. So let's go there. Here is customer records and this is the file. So this file has 1000 records. We have the first name, last name, then the starting date, ending date, and then the money. So let's go to the program. In input record, let's give here another level number, level 5. Let's give first name, pick x of, let's see the length. Length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it is 11 characters long. So let's give here 11. Let's give initial value as spaces. Same way, let's give last name. Then we have to give starting date, ending date, and the money. Start date, end date, and money. And then count the length and put it here. Initial value will be spaces. This is 22. Date is 8. Value spaces. And date will be also 8 digits long. Value spaces. Then money is, if you count this, it will be 12. So money is 12 characters long. Also between start date and end date, you will see there are some characters. These are 3 characters. So let us give here filler. Pick x of 3. Value is spaces. Same way between end date and money. This is end date and this is money. There are some characters. If we count them, these are 9 digits. So let's give here filler pick x of 9 and value spaces. Also this file is 80 characters long. We have given here 80, but if you count them it will be 73. So let's fill the last 7 digits with filler. 7 value spaces. So this is our input file declaration. It is complete. Output file is 80 characters long, value spaces. Input file is input record, output file is out record. Then this is working storage. Let's empty it. We will fill it as we write our code. Then let us write our program. First what we'll do is we will open both the files. First we will open the input file, which is PRT_in. We will open it in the input mode. Input means we will only read it. Nothing else will be done, only reading. Then we will open the PRT_out. Output means we will write in the file. And then in the end we will close both these files. So let's give here close PRT_in and then close PRT_out. Then stop run. So we have to generate a report which looks like this. In the first line we have to write report of top account balance prepared for PAT standard, number of records, then the first name, last name and the balance in the account. So this part is called header. So line number 1 to 4 is called header. So let us write this first. Let's give here perform header write. Let's remove this code. Perform header write. Let's call it A100. After that we will write the records. So let's call it perform A200 account write. Here we have to find the total number of records as well. So what we will do is I will write all the records first into a table, and after we have read the input file, I will then copy the table into the output file. So first I will read input and paste it into a table. I will paste the table into the output file. So before this, let's give perform table write. Let's call it A100. Let's call this A2. Let's call this A3. You can give anything. I am giving A1. You can also give 01 like this. It is your choice. So let us first write A100 table write. Here first we will read PRT_in until end of file is equal to yes. At end move yes to end of file. End of file is a variable. Not at end. I will give here compute real money is equal to function numerical value of money. So this is money. Currently it is in commas. You can see here it is a comma here. So to convert it into numerical, we have a function called numerical value C. In the PDF also it is telling us that we have to look at numerical value C function. So this function numerical value will convert money into a numerical value, and I will store it into a real money variable. So let's create this variable in working storage section. Let's call it real money pick 9 of 9, and there are also decimal values, 2 decimal values. So let's give here V99. Let's give initial value of 0. If this real money is greater than, let's see how much, 85000000. So 8.5 million. So here let's give 85. If real money is greater than 8.5 million, then we will write it. So let's move the first name to some variable and write it into a table. So let's create a variable called temporary record. Let's move it to temporary record. Same way move last name to temporary record and move money, real money. Or we can move money as well. Move money to temporary record. So this will overwrite it. What we have to do is we have to use like this, from position 1 to 11. First name is 11 digits long. You can see here first name is 11 digits long. So from position 1 take 11 characters. Last name is 22 digits long. So let's give here 22. Let's give position 13. Money is how much? Money is 12 digits long around. So let's see, money is 12 and let's give it in position 27. Let's create a variable temporary record. Let's call it 01 temporary record. Pick x of 80. Let's give value of spaces. Then we have to write it into a table. So let's give move temporary record to table. Let's call it table record, and in the brackets let's give 1. So it will move to the first location in the table. We have to put this in a loop. So instead of 1 I can give I, and then I can increase I 1 by 1. So compute I is equal to I plus 1, and then we can end this if loop here. And if so, let's create this table record. Let's go to working storage section. Let's create working storage table. Let's give here tab record. Pick x of 80 occurs. Let's check how many records are there. There are around 1000 records. So there are 1000 records. So let's give here occurs 1000 times value spaces. And also we are giving this table as perform. Instead of giving here until end of file, what we can do is we can remove this and give it here. So this means that this para will be read again and again and again until the end of file is yes. So let's create a variable called end of file. Pick x of 1. Let's give it a value of no. Also we have to declare I. Let's give here I. Pick 9 of 1, and value should be, initial value should be 1. So initially it will move to the first record in the table. So our first step is over. Read the input file and paste the records which are greater than 8.5 million into a table. So step 1 is complete. Let's do the second step, that is paste the table into the output file. So first we will write the header. This is the header, line 1, 2, 3, 4. So in line 1 we have to write report of top account balance holders. So let's create a new paragraph. A200 header right. Here I have to move this text report of top account balance holder. Let's give here report of top account balance holders. Move this to outrec and then just write outrec. That's it. This first line will be written to the output file. Let us check our code till here. Let us comment this third para. Let us check whether this is working or not. So first we are opening both the files, then we are writing it into a table until end of file is yes, and then we are writing the header. Also give a blank before this equal to sign. Ctrl S to save. So let's see if it is writing the header or not. So let us go to add1 JCL. Click on it. Let us change the program name. Program name is TOPACCTS. Let's change the name here, TOPACCTS. Let's change the program name here in line number 9, TOPACCTS. The input file should be PRT in, and the output file should be prt out. Input file is mtm2020 .public .input custrecs, and the output file should be, let's see in the PDF, it should be topaccts. Let's give here topaccts. Control S to save. Let's go to the output dataset and let us create top ACCTS. Right click, create new member, top ACCTS, enter, and the file has been created. Let us now submit this JCL. Job submitted 1404, condition code 0. Let us now check the output dataset. This is top accounts. Right click and pull from mainframe. And you can see the first line is written, report of top account balance holders. So our program is working fine. So let's add more code to it. Let us now write the second line. Second line is prepared for PAT standard on. So let us now write, let's copy this and paste again. So let's give here prepared for PAT standard on to outrack, and also after that we have to give the date. So we cannot write to full outrack, we have to write to from position 1 to the length of this. So the length is around 28. If you count it, it is around 28. Let's give here 1 to 28. And then we have to move current date. This is a function in COBOL, so we can give here function current date to some working storage variable. Let's call it date. And then we will move working storage date to outrack, and then after this we will move it. So let's give here position number 29. Let's give a space here, position number 29 to 8. 8 is the length, 29 is the position. So let's create this variable in working storage section. Let's call it working storage date, pick x of 8. Let's give value of spaces. We can also give 9 here, both will work. X and 9 both are fine. So this code will write the second line, that is prepared for PAT standard. Then we have to write the third line same way, then the fourth line. So let's copy and paste again. Move number of records, count the length of this and write it here. It is around 14, so let's give here 14. Then here I have to write move the total accounts, move total account to out record at the position 15 and length is 4. Total accounts can be maximum of 1000, which are 4 digits, so that's why I have given here 4. And how we will count total account? We can count it here. So let's give here compute total account is equal to total account plus 1. So every time if the money is greater than 8.5 million, it will add 1 to the total accounts. Let's go to working storage and let's here add 01 total account pick 9 of 4. Initial value will be 0. Then in the line number 4 we just have to write this equal to sign. So here let's give move equal to outrack. That's it, and then write the out record. Also before we write our header, let's move spaces to input record and move spaces to output record. We are just emptying the records. And after every writing record, we can initialize again by giving move spaces to out record. This will empty the out record again. So let's copy and paste it after every write. Also, since I have given date as 9/8, I have to give the value as 0. If I give here x of 8, then I have to give the value of spaces. Control S to save. Let us now submit ADD1JCL. Right click and submit job. Job 1469. Condition code 0. So let's check the output. Here is top ACCTS. Right click and pull from mainframe. And you will see the header was written successfully. Report of top account balance holders prepared for PAT standard on this date. We have to give a space here and number of records are 19. So our program is working successfully. Here let's add one more space. Instead of 29, let's give 30. In the end, let's just write all the records, that is perform A330 account write. So let's create one more paragraph. A330 account write. So we have the table which have all the accounts. It is table record. What we can do is we can move table record, the first record to the output record, and then just write output record. And we have to do one by one until total accounts have been completed. So let's give here perform account write until I is greater than total accounts. Before that, let's move 1 to I. So I value is 1. So this statement will move the first value of the table to the output record and write it. Then it will increase I to 1. So I is now 2. So second record will be moved to the out record and it will write in the output file. Then it will become 3. Then the third record will be written to the output file and so on. Before that, we can initialize as well. Let's give move spaces to output record. Make sure the value of I that you give is 4 so that it can take up to 1000 records. 1000 records are of 4 digits, so it should be 4 or more than 4. Also, before reading the file, let us initialize the records as well. Let's give move spaces to in record and move spaces to out record. Also, we can give spaces to temporary record as well. Then give Ctrl S to save. Let us now run this program. Right click on ADD1JCL and submit job. Job 1559. Let's go to jobs. Here is 1559, condition code 0. So let us check the output data set. Here is the output data set. This is top accounts. Right click and pull from mainframe. And you will see the data set is now completed. It has the header. It has the number of records. Number of records are 19. This is the date, 4 February 2021. And these are all the records. First name, last name and the balance. You can see all the balances are greater than 8.5 million. So this is our program and it is working totally fine and we are able to create a report. We are first reading the input file and pasting it into a table, and then we are pasting that table into the output file. Now in the final step, just submit the job CHK3. Make sure the COBOL is in this dataset, in the source dataset, and the name should be top ACCTS, and output is here, and the name is top ACCTS. Let's go to public.jcl, CHK3, right click and submit job, job 1570, Let's go to jobs. Here is 1570. Go to system print and you will see CBL1. It is showing as correct. So our CBL challenge is now completed. Let's go to the web page and it is now showing you have advanced to a new level. Congratulations, you are now level 3. Refresh this page and you will see 3.5 is now available. In the completed tab, you will find CBL1, COBOL 1. So only 2 more challenges are left, 3.5 and 3.6. Let us now complete 3.5. If you like my videos, then you can support me by buying my mainframe course. After buying this course, you will get 19 hours of mainframe training. This course will teach you COBOL, JCL, vSAM, TSO, ISPF, Unix system services and CICS. You can watch the free preview before buying my course. Make sure you buy the course using the referral link in the description.